So I hope you like my little new art decor wall. I absolutely love it. This whole room is going to be purple. I'm actually doing something really cool and exciting for my birthday artwork wise. But yes, I haven't been on here, but guess what? I learned some really good stuff today. I'm glad you guys liked the message about soul, spirit, and flesh, body, soul, spirit, and body. He actually, the pastor was re-talking about that today. And he talks about how you can renew your mind, not being a product of like your culture where you grew up in, and that basically it says it in the Bible, be renewed by the transformation of your mind. That's how somebody, it's like what you're putting in. So what you're reading, the people you're around, what you're doing, all that can help to transform your mind, and basically what you came around came from. You don't have to like let that overtake you. So what's really cool is that a couple things. Oh, the sermon was so good. But I've been doing this content room, right? And I had like some white flowers or silver up there. And then I moved these flowers from the other wall. I'm like, wow, I really love the color. So I want to do like a whole color shelf. And look what I got today. So I went to go eat with Jalen, who goes to church with me, at the same place we always go to every Sunday. And there was like this really cute pink dragon, right? And I was like, oh my God, why is that there? I want that, right? It was on the edge of the booth. And he was like, you want me to take it? He goes, no, we shouldn't do that. We just left church. I said, no, don't take it, right? So then I said, when we're done eating, if it's still there, let's ask the lady. So we're finished eating. And I was like, Jalen, ask her for the dragon. And I was like, because maybe she wants to take it home to her kid. Maybe it's just the table that left it. And he was like, so what's going on with that little dragon over there? Whatever. She was like, here, you can have it. He was like, well, it's for her. So it's funny because when he was talking about, well, it's been here for this long, we should just take it when we were done eating. And I said, nah, I said, because one or two things. And he completely agreed with me. I said, either it's going to be mine and he's going to be smiling at me, it's going to make me happy, or if I take it, right, he's going to be looking at me in the corner, like staring me down and bringing like bad energy into my house. So yeah, he asked her for it, she gave it to me, and he's just so happy. It was so funny because when we left, he was like, it even looks happier, like the energy of it. I'm telling you, it did not look this cute when we were leaving. It did have a little bit of evilness to it, but he's super happy now. He's gonna go on this shelf somewhere. Dang, he's real small with some colors. Yeah, he tiny. I thought he was a little bit bigger, but I do love him. So yes, and if you're wondering if I still have Mo, I do. He's over there. So what else we learned that was really, really good? And this all makes sense. You know how like when certain people just fight against you? He made the example that like in the Bible, oh, that was something else. Talking about somebody said, oh, I'll have your back, then their ear got cut off. I didn't write down who it was. I kind of missed part of it when I was writing, but yeah, that's how people be really doing. They'd be like, I have you back, and they send you in and ear get chopped off. Like, you never know what's going to happen, because people just say things and not everybody's word means something. Oh, but he was talking about leaving certain people, certain settings, because people will hold you back if they're not going in the same way, or they may discourage you on your path. So don't necessarily tell everybody your vision, which I've kind of talked about before, but it keeps coming up over and over in my life, which clearly I need to listen and apply it. Oh, and that's what he said today too, which was really good. He said it's about, you need to study, you need to learn, and you need to grow. If you don't apply anything, like if you stare at a book all day, you're not going to have the knowledge. Even if you read the book, but you don't apply it, you might as well not have read it. So you always need to study, learn, and then grow from it. And one of the things that I could really relate to, he said, you know, when people just want to fight against you, and they don't understand what the purpose is, they'll just like hold you back, right? So at one point, Jesus was supposed to go into the town, and he first stopped to help a blind man. He helped the blind man. He made him see again. The people that were with him, which is Jesus's people, was like, nah, he's busy. He got to go build his kingdom. Like, he don't have time to stop for you. And of course, Jesus stopped and then healed him and gave him sight. And then the second one is he stopped for somebody that was like really well off. He was like a tax collector, and basically they used to steal money from people, essentially. What ended up being the long part of the story, Zacchaeus, I can't remember how to say his name. So then Jesus' people started murmuring too, like, oh, he's going to go with that rich guy, whatever, because they didn't understand the whole purpose. They were just thinking that Jesus was supposed to come and build this kingdom, but he's also supposed to, like Jesus knows, he's supposed to heal people and do things on his path there. So all the people around him just judged him So that's why it's important who you keep in your circle, because you may be destined for something, or God told you to do something, or you feel you're supposed to do something, but people are like, oh, you can't do that. You can't do that. I was just listening to Steve Harvey earlier, who said, all his family was like, "Oh, you can't tell jokes. You're not even funny." And he goes, he made this face like, look at me now. And same thing, like I've had people say like, TV, you're going to get on TV. Everybody wants to be on TV. Well, hello, clearly I'm on TV, right? Little country girl, wanna be, used to be tomboy, so no. Um, and then the last connection I made, which was really, really good. Timothy 4:1, seducing spirits will come back and lead you back to your vices. It's so crazy because liquor is also called spirits. And how we were talking about my soul, spirit, and body, it's like, how's that called spirits? And then it's like crazy because if you're drinking spirits, which is like more demonic spirits, it leads you to do things like call your ex you shouldn't call and things like that. So it's crazy that it's called spirits. It all made sense, like, because it's a little bit on the demonic side. But yes, my friend is here. We are studying. So the reason this part of the video looks completely different is because it is completely different. I just put this phone on airplane mode. Oh yeah, look at this bruise. Oh, I'll tell you what that's from in a minute. Different nails and everything, getting ready for Miami. Anyways, so my friend came because we were working on some scenes for class. But what sums up the first part of what I was saying, and hopefully this doesn't sound too far off track, because I did that video days ago and went to upload it today and noticed it was missing. So Luke 19:9 says, for the Son of Man is to come seek and to save which is lost. So that is the whole thing earlier where I was saying, Jesus helped the blind man to see, and then he was helping the publican slash tax collector because he is supposed to come seek and save that is lost. So if other people don't understand your vision, and what really came to mind when I was hearing this is, gosh, not only that last show that I did where I just could not get anybody on the same page. Everybody wanted to be the boss. Everybody thought they knew what they were doing, and it just destroyed the entire project. But even when we did the OnlyFans project, the Bad Bitch Reunion, um, my whole goal was for the 6 girls to like grow a business, have our own show. And there was so much fight back with me just because, gosh, loss of translation, people manipulating the situation, some people wanting to drink. And in hindsight, they all see that I just wanted to like create a good project, but because they didn't understand what my true vision was, they were going off this way and that way and that way, and like nobody would follow order. So that's also what he means about like, gosh, man, it could be chaos. If people don't understand like what you stand for, who you are, what you're doing, they can just get you completely off track. And that's what happened on the second show as well. Because it's like, well, if all of you know how to do this and put something like this together, then why are you not putting it together? And why are we not using your money? Because I've done this before. You know what I mean? It just, oh, yeah. So that's really that. And also with my little dragon, what I wanted to say, which I changed some stuff on the shelf, is that it's funny when you tell God you want certain things because he has a sense of humor. And when I was like, oh, I want to change my shelf, and then a day later I see this dragon at the restaurant. Or when, oh, I had this rat that kept coming back over and over, and I was like, I saw the cat. And I was like, you know what, maybe if I feed the cat, it's going to keep the rat away. And then the cat started attacking my birds and squirrels. And then lo and behold, I ended up keeping the cat. I mean, he, like my cat, his name's Kitty. You probably seen him on my Instagram story, but he stays in the backyard. He doesn't come in. I've never pet him. The one time I tried to pet him, he like swatted me, but we cool now. It's probably going to take the springtime. He's going to like come up if I'm sitting out there because he's going to want to eat his food. But it's crazy how, God works when you say that you want certain things. So yeah, stuck with a cat. I got my cute little dragon. And yes, if there is somebody, ooh, you probably need to like quit telling your visions to, or maybe even separate from, let me know in the comments below, because it for sure is a real thing. Even if they don't mean harm or don't have bad intentions, they can still completely distract you and get you off track for what you're supposed to do. So yes, I'm going to do another video. Just keep this on because, oh, this bruise, by the way. Ooh. So I've had this stripper pole forever. Gosh, 10 plus years. Tried to use it forever ago, jumped on it, bruised my foot, never again. It's moved around my room a few times. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it for content. And the other day, a couple days ago, I was like watching some Russian girl on YouTube and I learned how to do the first 2 spins. It took me a good bit of time. And yeah, look at this bruise right here. But my shoulder was all sore. It's still a little bit sore. So yeah, I'm trying to learn how to pole dance. Sounds kind of crazy at the end of this video. Anyways, until next time. Bye, guys.